It's 8 p.m. and you've just announced the polls have closed.
The polls are now closed.
The voters you've worked hard to serve have all gone home, but there are still tasks you need to complete to ensure that all materials are accounted for and safeguarded. If you have a lull during voting hours, probably sometime in the late afternoon, it's a good idea for the inspector to assign the closing job cards and for the clerks to review them. This will help ensure that when polls close, everyone is familiar with their duties. Let's review the tasks that must be completed during closing procedures. There are 5 parts to closing. Inspector assigns and clerks complete job cards. Transfer custody of electronic results. Complete the posted ballot statement and certificate of performance. Transfer custody of ballots and materials and secure voting machines for storage. And clean up. To complete the process, you will need the following items: custody transfer form, security seal sheet, posted ballot statement and certificate of performance for the voting machines, which is in the back of the roster, canvas closing bags, pink bubble bag, and security seals. Let's take a closer look at the details. These tasks should all occur simultaneously. One clerk will count signatures in the roster, one clerk will count and secure ballots from the red box, and one clerk will count unused ballots. Meanwhile, the inspector, with assistance from a clerk, before they've completed their job card, will begin working on getting the electronic results. Part 1. The job cards. One clerk will count unused ballots. The purpose of counting unused ballots is to get a total count of all the unused ballot cards remaining in your polling place. Start by counting all the cards left on the election table. Then count the cards in the boxes in the inspector and Fed bags. Your job card will tell you how many ballot cards are in each unused pad of ballots. Add together the number of cards left on the table and the number of cards left in the unused ballot pads to get your total, and write this total on your job card. Place all the unused ballots back in the Fed bag and ask your inspector to help you with sealing the bag, and then assist with cleaning up. To count and secure the materials in the red box, ask your inspector to help open the red box. Sort the items, count each type, and write the totals on your job card. Then place them in the designated closing bag. Look at the label on each bag to see which belongs there. Void ballots and canceled vote-by-mail envelopes, these go into the brown closing bag. Voted vote-by-mail envelopes go into the purple bag, and any completed voter registration forms and pink provisional envelopes go into the pink bag. To count signatures in the roster and secure voter information, follow the steps on your job card. Remove any letter tabs from the roster pages. Count all the signatures on each page and write the number on the bottom of each page. Then tally up all your counts and write the total on your job card. Remove the posted copy of the street index. Give the posted and table copy to the inspector to be placed back in the inspector folder. Give your job card and roster back to the inspector and then assist in cleaning up. Meanwhile, the inspector, with one clerk assisting, will work on Part 2 of closing, transfer custody of electronic results. Be sure to follow your poll worker manual and check off each step as you complete it. Remember, only the inspector should touch the seals or the controls on the machines. We'll start with the edge machine. First, record the number from the public counter on the bottom of the screen onto the posted ballot statement and the custody transfer form. Please note, if this number is greater than 10, you will need to fill out the second page of the certificate of performance. Please call the election center if you have any questions. Then, check that all the seals are intact by following along the security seal sheet. Make sure not to close the polls until after 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., break the seal on the door that says Polls Open Close and put the seal in the inspector folder. Now, open the door and turn the knob to closed. Wait for the report to finish printing. If there are more than 10 votes cast on the machine, you will need to record the total for each contest on the second page of the posted ballot statement. Then, open the power on-off door and turn the machine off. Break the yellow seal on the results cartridge door and place the seal in the inspector folder. Now open the door, remove the results cartridge, put the cartridge in the pink bubble bag, and close the door. Next, let's get the results from the Insight voting machine. First, write the number on the red LED counter on the posted ballot statement. Then check that the orange seal under the control panel is intact. Unlock the control panel and check that the yellow seal on the memory pack door is also intact. Now print the all-day report for the custody transfer of electronic results. First, press the Print Totals key. Then press 0 to confirm that the polls are closed and print the vote totals. Then press 9999 to print the audit log. Then press the Paper Feed key to advance 6 inches of blank tape. Make sure to leave an inch of tape sticking out of the machine when tearing off the tape. The inspector and all the clerks should sign the printout at the bottom. Place this report into the pink bubble bag. Now you can print the totals only report. Press Print Totals again and wait for printing to finish. Then press the Paper Feed button to advance the tape, then tear off the printout. The inspector and all the clerks will sign the totals only printout at the bottom. Make sure to keep the second report to post outside of the polling place with the yellow copy of the posted ballot statement. Now you can unplug the machine. Break the yellow seal on the memory pack door and place it into the inspector folder. If the seal is stuck in the door, twist the seal head until it breaks off from the tail. Then you will be able to open the door. Open the memory pack door and push the black post up slightly, about 1/8 of an inch, and slide it to the far right. Remove the memory pack and place it in the pink bubble bag. Then slide the post back to center to close the memory pack door. Place only the head of the power cord into the control panel, not the entire cord. The memory from the Edge machine, the Insight machine, and the printout from the Insight are in the pink bubble bag. When the DPT officer arrives, sign the custody transfer form to transfer custody of the items. Congratulations, you've just completed your first custody transfer. Now let's take a look at Part 3, filling out the posted ballot statement and the certificate of performance. The posted ballot statement is a document that shows that all ballots provided to your polling place are being returned at the end of Election Day. At this point, the inspector has already recorded the totals from the Insight machine, LED counter, and Edge machine counter. You will also need to get additional information from the Insight machine. At the back of the machine, you'll find the auxiliary bin. This bin would have been used during the day if the machine had malfunctioned. If there are ballots in this bin, count them and record the number on the posted ballot statement. Finally, use the numbers from the job cards that were completed by the clerks to fill out the rest of the posted ballot statement. Then, complete the certificate of performance for the voting machines. Remove the yellow copy of the posted ballot statement and post this copy, the certificate of performance for the voting machines, and the printout from the Insight machine outside the polling place. Part 4. Now you will transfer custody of ballots and materials and secure the voting equipment for storage. First, you'll need to ensure that all unvoted ballots that were counted by the clerk who completed Job Card 1 are secured. Then, secure the printer from the Edge machine. Then, go over to the Insight machine and secure the ballots from each of the 3 bins. The ballots in Bin 1 are write-in ballots. These should be placed in the lime green bag. Ballots in the larger bin are regular voted ballots. These should be placed in the blue bag. And if there are any ballots in the auxiliary bin, you would have counted these ballots and written the total on the posted ballot statement. Then, follow the steps in the instruction manual to secure the voting machines for storage. Place the machines back in their transport bags, seal the bags, and record the serial numbers of seals on the security seal sheet. The voting machines will stay in the polling place. Finally, you are ready to transfer custody of ballots and materials to the deputy sheriff. These are the items that the sheriff will pick up. Light green bag with ballots from the Insight machine that have write-in votes. Blue bag with regular voted ballots from the Insight machine. Orange bag with ballots from the auxiliary bin that have not been counted by the machine. Brown bag with canceled and void ballots. Purple bag with voted vote-by-mail envelopes. Pink bag with provisional envelopes. Yellow bag with the roster. The Edge printer. And the unvoted ballots in the Fed bag. Seal each bag with the seal. The deputy sheriff will sign the custody transfer form for each picked up item. Part 5. Cleanup tasks. After the deputy picked up the items, or perhaps while you're waiting for the deputy, make sure that everyone participates in cleaning up the polling place. People and organizations in our communities generously allow us use of their space to conduct an election. We are guests, and we hope to be invited back. Here are a few things to keep in mind when cleaning up. One person will clean up the signs. To fold up the kiosk, Remove the plastic pockets and place them in the red opening supply bag. Then match the colors and the numbers for easy folding. First, fold the pillars together so the text is on the inside. Then, place the pillar on the side and fold accordion style to match the colors and numbers. Number 2 with number 2, number 3 with number 3. The pillar should fold quickly and easily when folded in the correct direction. Repeat with the second pillar and place both folded pillars back in the red bag. Remove signs posted outside the polling place and place them back in the red opening bag. The only items that should be left posted outside is a copy of the posted ballot statement, the certificate of performance for the voting machines, and the printout from the Insight machine. Pack up the voting booths. For the accessible booth, place the legs into the storage compartment in the following order. Straight leg extensions into storage compartment first, then longer legs, and finally the curved legs. This placement will allow you to close the booths. Place all these items as neatly as you can in one area. Take your personal items home and turn off the lights. The Election Center is here to support you all through Election Day. Please call us anytime with any questions you may have. And call us when you're done with your Election Day duties. Thank you for being a vital part of the team that makes Election Day possible for San Francisco voters.